We saved it for you.
Oh, the seat?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. How's it
I'm
going?
Rachel.
Will,
Nice to meet you.
nice to meet you all. Hi.
Chris.
Will, nice to meet you.
I'm Lauren.
Nice to meet you, Will. Hi.
Thanks.
Will.
Caitlin.
Caitlin, Will, nice to meet you. Team Pink Panther.
Wow.
So I heard you guys have some questions for me.
Indeed.
If you had to write a job description about your job being the voice, what would you label as bullet points? Let's say 5 bullet points.
That's a tough question. That's really thought out. Who thought these out?
We're just like so smart.
It was accelerated.
It's calculated. Do I have to get 5?
Yep.
Yes. And if you don't get 5, then you're with the rest.
Well, I'd say that I help with sales training. I also assist with scripting and script implementation. I do help with some of the logistics around here occasionally. I also help with space. I mean, that's the gist of it there. I mean, anything call center related. And that's basically it.
In that same token, can you give us 5 bullet points for a SaleMaker specialist?
SaleMaker specialist needs to have good multitasking capabilities. They have to be able to, I don't want to say really good with computers, but they have to be at least able to use a computer and be familiar with the keyboard.
Tech savvy.
That's 2, tech savvy, pretty tech savvy. They don't really have to be tech savvy though, I mean.
It would help.
It would help, yeah. They also have to have good listening skills. They don't necessarily have to have sales capabilities or sales experience, but sales experience does help because you still need a little bit of sales intuition. I prefer that they're assertive, but they don't necessarily have to be assertive because the good thing about it is you don't have to use your voice. That's right.
What's the typical overall earnings of a SaleMaker specialist, month 1 versus month 6?
It's a little tough to say. I mean, it depends. Starting month 1, they'd definitely be on one computer. So you're going to start off on one computer until you get a little bit more comfortable and a little more depth, and then they move you on to 2 computers. So I guess the expected earnings could be anywhere month 1 from 60 to 70 or 80,000 a year.
Now that's month 1?
I mean, that would be coming off of the floor. I'd assume that you first went through regular training and you were okay on the phones, you did boot camp. Yeah, why not?
How does one become a SaleMaker specialist?
If they display the correct traits and definitely be put in the right situation. If your manager seems like it's something that you'd be cut out for, then they'll recommend you for that department.
Okay, as a follow-up to the salary question, do they have commission or incentives?
Yes, they have commission. And they do some incentives from time to time.
What qualifies as earning commission?
The exact commission scale right now for them.
I meant like, what do they have to do to say, good job, you're going to get commission off of that?
Basically, it's like a base versus commission. So your commission would have to be greater than your hourly, and then they give you the commission.
Okay, we're still not getting to the root of the question. I'm asking, what do you do? What action is it that was a successful sale or successful whatever?
Oh,
you're going to get paid off of that.
Yeah, you'd be making transfers. You'd be transferring prospects who are interested in, who are calling about jobs initially, and you would be helping them out with their job search, and then also being able to recommend them to an education advisor if it's something that they may have an interest in. And basically, if they agree to get information on a school, or if they agree to go talk to a school, that counts as what's called a qualified lead or qualified sale. And you get paid on a per lead or per sale basis.
Do SaleMakers usually qualify for a 4-day work week?
They can.
you said they agree to go talk to a qualified school, that would be considered a, what did you call it, a what lead?
It would be either a qualified lead or a qualified lead.
How much do you get paid per lead?
It varies depending on if the person wanted to talk to a school right now, if the person wanted to talk to a school later. Those are like the two big things that would I guess refine a lead. And they recently changed the values, so it's kind of hard to explain right now. But basically, it just depends on whether they want to talk to a school now or later.
What's one amount versus the other?
I wouldn't be able to give you the values because I don't know the exact values. I don't want to mislead you.
Can you generalize, just to help give me the ballpark?
Yeah, I can give you the old values, but they wouldn't be as relevant now.
Okay.
A warm transfer is when somebody wants to speak to the school today, and they would actually talk to them today, we transfer them, and then they would get transferred by an advisor to a school. That used to be worth $110 in revenue.
Per lead?
Per qualified, yeah.
So if one person was,
110
you
bucks.
make $110?
Yep. Well, you don't make, you make that on the commission scale, and then according to how much you make, and then your RPC is the other number. It's called the revenue per call. According to those two numbers, those will kind of help you get on the commission scale. You can determine how much money you make. And the other one would be an SMP, which is, it used to be $42.50.
What's the SMP?
Student matching profile. It's when somebody just agrees to get called by either anywhere from 1 to 3 schools, or called back to get more information on. But keep in mind, these point values have changed as we're on a new scale. And I don't know the exact numbers. I think they actually vary based on what's available to the person in the area, ground schools or online schools.
I'm just like firing them off. If y'all have questions, feel free. How long does it usually take for a job specialist to get promoted into a salemaker specialist role?
That can vary. I mean, it really depends. It could take anywhere. I think the accelerated program they're doing right now can go anywhere up to 6 weeks. That's for the accelerated program, but it really depends on your situation, what department you're already in, how long you've already been on the phones, if there's something you've always had an interest in, or something you already had an interest in. So it really depends.
Okay. Which of the 4 roles, on average, makes the most money?
Salemaker.
What, on that token, what is the most a salemaker has made?
I couldn't give you a historical number, but I can tell you their salaries plus commissions can go anywhere up to 100,000 or more.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all have any follow-up questions on that? They have 1 or 2 more. What's the flat salary for a salemaker specialist?
I don't want to be inaccurate, but I think it's 600
A week?
I think.
So to be from 600 a week to 100K, that has to be what, all commission?
It would be salary versus commission. So basically you either get your hourly or you get your commission. Like if your commission is greater than your salary, then you'll get your commission. But if your commission doesn't exceed your salary, then you just get your base, which doesn't happen very often.
I'm assuming outside of the interrogation room, they go over this in more detail.
What would that be? The
Breaking down commission structure.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. You get the commission scale.
Yeah, thank God we don't learn based on the internet.
You've been the most helpful.
Yeah, for sure.
Like a good fellow.
Well, aren't you not the best student?
I don't know.
This was all a big trap.
How many salemaker specialists are there currently?
I can give you an exact number.
The room seemed like a small department.
Yeah, it's a little smaller. We got Dominican Republic as well, though. There are maybe 100 more reps over there. Maybe 130 plus. Maybe 160 total.
Hmm?
That's all I think. Actually, answering most.
Is there a role to get promoted into on top of a salemaker specialist?
above?
Yeah.
Management.
Okay.
What's the trick to succeeding in that department in a filmmaker position?
It would be, I don't know if I could say that there's any trick. I mean, just really sitting in your seat, putting in the amount of time you have to put in, and having the right attitude about everything, staying positive, and being really open to learning. Just definitely staying open to learning.
How many hours per week does a filmmaker or specialist work?
42 and a half.
So is that company-wide for all departments?
Just about.
Is that 8:30 to 5:30?
For filmmaker, I think they are now. Actually, I think they're 8 to 5 now. I think.
Which of the 4 departments works on Saturdays?
I think all of them may.
Company-wide?
I believe so. Yeah.
Do you work Saturdays?
Occasionally.
Is it as needed or you're scheduled?
Typically, you'd be scheduled, depending on department. Depending on department.
So like 1 a month, 1 3 months?
I have no idea. It would depend on your department and what they have the need for at that time.
Well, you, sir, have been quite helpful.
Thank you. We still rolling? Have we been rolling?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That would